What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new, my name is Sheldon. I used to make videos about the Marine Corps Reserves. Nowadays I don't make too many videos, but the last video I did make was a day in the life of a project manager, which is what I am now. I work for, excuse me, wow, sparkling water, carbonation, but I work for Uncle Sam, the federal government. And I've been getting a lot of questions since I put that video out about, what it's like to be a project manager, how I became a project manager, how to be successful as a project manager. And the reason why I didn't make any follow-up videos is because I realized after doing a quick Google search, a lot of that information is out there. And I do not like recreating content, recreating information that's already there. That's just, there's really no point in doing that for me. But I realized what I can talk about and what some of y'all seem to be interested in is my story. How I became a project manager. And the more I think about it, the more I realize it was really an accident. And the reason why I say that is because I didn't have this grandiose plan since I was little, or even since I was 20, or, I didn't have this plan in college of being a PM one day. It kind of just happened because I just took advantage of the little, not little, but, all the opportunities along the way in my life. I took advantage of it. It just led me, to where I am now. And am I going to be a PM for the rest of my life? I don't know, because I'm still open to opportunities. And I think that's the main thing that I try to tell people, is to seize your opportunities, to make the most out of them. If you guys have watched my videos about me talking about the Marine Corps Reserves, I always talk about how to make the most out of your experience. Leverage it. Yeah. Wow, what an intro. That reminds me, this video is going to be a lot less structured than my other videos. If you guys have watched them, you guys know I have a structure and have an outline and all that. This is really me speaking from the heart, and I'm really freestyling this because it is personal. And to really understand how I became a PM, which is what I'm answering right now, I gotta give you the context, because to retrograde it to one or two sentence statements about how I became one doesn't do it any justice. Because what I realized about my videos, and what I realized about a lot of people when they talk about their experience, is they create this narrative that gives this layer of clarity in their story that never existed when it was actually happening to them, when they were actually going through it and experiencing it for the first time. And I feel like we all have a storytelling problem. A lot of us, I don't know what it is, maybe it's the age of where we have to flex on people and show off, but we always love to hype up and flex, certainty and all this confidence that was never really there when you were going through it. And that's something that I've noticed in my past videos too. Is I realized when I talked about my experience, I did mention here and there that I was broke and I was poor, and I didn't know what I was doing, but I also made it seem like I knew exactly what I was doing. It's not true. And let me just debunk that now. And the reason why I'm saying that is to give you guys some hope. If you guys are still trying to figure out what you want to do in life, if you guys are trying to figure out how to become a PM, just know that not having a plan is not a bad thing, because what is more important than a plan is mindset, mentality, perseverance, discipline, being open-minded. And when you realize, and you'll realize sometimes though, having a plan and being open-minded are two conflicting things. And you also learn that as a PM too. If you're spending all your time planning for stuff but not inquiring and querying, then you're at a disservice. Wow, am I still on the intro? I don't know. I guess I really am freestyling this, but my point is, if you guys don't have a plan, that's okay. I'm not saying don't completely trash your plan if you have one. I'm just saying it's okay to not know what you're gonna do exactly, because I didn't. And I guess that's a good segue into how I became a PM. So, Marine Reserves. There I was, 20 years old, dropping out of college to join the Marine Reserves. So I took a year off from college to go do my initial training. And then when I came back, I went back to school, started reporting to drill. And here's a fun fact. I actually never finished undergrad. I'm like 30 credits shy of my bachelor's, and I never finished. So that's another thing. You can also be a PM without your bachelor's degree. I know it's don't drink sparkling water before a YouTube video. Yeah, everyone says you need a bachelor's degree to get a job. It's the minimum gold standard requirement. That is generally true. Generally. I'm not telling people to drop out of college because you don't need one. You don't need it. I'm just saying that in my experience, I was able to find jobs and land jobs and be where I am now without a bachelor's degree. I'm not saying, once again, everyone's situation is different. I'm just saying that it is possible. But yeah, rambling. So I was drilling. I was 21 years old, going back to school, trying to finish. Didn't, because I actually found a job. I had a marketing job. I started off as a brand ambassador, and I was promoting products, and then shortly enough I got promoted to an event manager. So I was coordinating, managing, facilitating events, right? Marketing events where we had clients who were promoting their products or services, and I had to travel to these different conventions and these different events to, interact with the audience, whether it's business to business or business to consumers. Did that for a couple of years while being in the reserves, and then I decided to quit marketing and pursue defense contracting, being a defense contractor, and I've also made a video about that. And my first job, after 3 months of searching for a job, my first job in defense contracting was as a supply chain analyst, where a lot of my duties as a contractor were very similar to my MOS in the Marines, which was a 3043 supply administration and operations clerk. It was just inventory, managing a bunch of data, inventory lists on a spreadsheet, coordinating all the transferences of ownership, ordering new parts, a lot of that stuff. Did that for 4 months. After 4 months, I actually found another job, and I didn't even have to apply for it. It was more so I was given the job by someone who was overseeing that other contract, the first contract I was on. He saw my work ethic. He saw how, I guess, valuable I could be, because I did work my ass off, and I did Google a lot of shit that I didn't know. So I didn't just wait for someone to teach me the job. I learned a lot of it on my own. I'm talking about spreadsheets, Excel, how to use all that stuff. So that's another thing too. I highly recommend self-learning. So if you're like me and you don't have a degree, what means more to a lot of people than just a degree is your aptitude to learn, how quickly you can learn, how self-sufficient you can be. And yeah, but after being a supply chain analyst, I got another job as a data analyst. So it was more data oriented. And on that contract, I was a data analyst for a year and a half, working on different projects. And that's where I also got to see, I was working for other project managers as a data analyst, and I got to, I got a lot of experience that way. And then soon enough, I applied for my PMP. And I know you guys are thinking, wait, don't you need project management experience to apply for a PMP? Yes. But the main thing about project management experience is that you don't need to be managing the project for it to be experience. You just need to be a part of that project. So for me, I had experience as a data analyst. And as a data analyst, you're not just behind a screen analyzing data, you're also managing stuff too. You're managing your time, you're managing projects within the project. So all that stuff counts, and that's where I got my first hands-on experience managing those types of projects. In addition to the projects that I was managing while I was while I was working in marketing, because I was an event manager. So every event was also a project, so I could add that to my my list of experience as well. So from there, I attended a lot of meetings, worked with a lot of people, worked on different projects, and over time, I learned how to become a project manager. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. I learned how to, I went from participating in meetings, I went from actually sitting in meetings to participating in meetings to then running meetings. And a lot of that took time because it's a lot of emphasis on soft skills, building relationships. Because before, as a data analyst, I was really good at manipulating data, doing SQL. And actually, another reason why I say it was an accident is because when I was a data analyst, I thought, I was going to learn everything data oriented and become a data expert. I thought I was going to learn SQL, learn Python, R, Tableau, and become a data scientist, right? That was my plan. But what really happened was I saw opportunities to be a PM because there were vacancies, and that's what my organization at the time needed. So the other advice that I'll give is to take advantage of your opportunities. I've said that before, but I'll go a little deeper. Show that you are willing to take on responsibilities and roles and jobs that are above and beyond your current one. And what I mean by that is no one's gonna wait around to hand you a promotion. No one's gonna wait around to give you a job that's greater than yours right now. I realized I was able to get to where I am because I asked for it. Not only did I ask for it, I also took the time and did my due diligence to learn about it. So Google is your friend. Google is your best friend. I'm telling you now. A lot of the questions I get on these videos, you don't need, the time that it takes you to type a comment and ask that question, you could also be typing it into a Google search bar and find it way quicker. Yeah, I'm only saying that because I've seen some really simple questions that, anyways. Yeah, but there it is, guys. If you guys have any questions, Google it. No, I'm just kidding. You can comment it, but you should also Google it as well. But yeah, if you guys want to see any other any other videos, give me ideas. Give me something to expand upon and talk about. So, whatever you guys want to see next, just comment down below, let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next one.